And the first thing we're going to do today, we have a special speaker from the Greater Miami Chamber of Commerce. He's the chair of the HYPE committee, and that's Mr. Ian Torres. Please help me welcome Mr. Ian Torres.
Super excited to be here because I graduated from FIU in 2001, and I'm a proud alumnus, and I haven't been back. I mean, everything's changed. The campus has changed. All you guys have your laptops in class now. I didn't have that. But no, it's good to be back. So, as Bruno mentioned, I'm here today, to talk about a couple things. Primarily, the Greater Miami Chamber of Commerce, HYPE, and networking. I'm kind of going to meld all of those topics into one thing and kind of help you guys, plan and know what to do after you finish school and enter the job force and the business community here in Miami. So to tell you a little bit more about myself, I'm an account manager with JBG Communications. We're a marketing, advertising, and public relations firm here in Miami. We're a boutique firm, and we service across all industries, everything from retail to lawyers, doctors, medical centers, real estate. And over the last 10 years, I've worked on a couple different accounts from Verizon Wireless, Florida Power and Light, Burger King, a lot of the top lawyers and doctors here in town, and some judicial campaigns. So in my line of work, I have to network. I have to be out in the community, in the business community, as well as giving back and participating in a lot of nonprofit work as well. And that's what brought me to the Greater Miami Chamber. Greater Miami Chamber, how many of you are familiar with it and what its true role is here in Miami? No? Okay. Yeah, that's good. That's okay. That's okay. The Chamber is basically a consortium of all the local businesses, even some regional businesses, and some nationally represented companies that are here in Miami-Dade County. And the Chamber is basically a place for these businesses to come together and share their ideas, conduct business development, work on public policy, network, do community service, philanthropy, and the list goes on and on. The Greater Miami Chamber is actually one of the larger ones in the country. Miami-Dade is such a huge county that it encompasses so many businesses, and that's really what makes the chamber so big. And then when I first stepped into the chamber, it's a huge chamber. It has 32 different working committees and represents 400,000 employees from its company, from the companies that are members. Such a huge chamber, and it can be very daunting for anyone that's there to network or to promote their business or what have you. So, especially for young professionals, that was a problem. And the chamber decided to start a young professionals group, and they started it 3 years ago. That group is called HYPE Miami. And the acronym stands for Helping Young Professionals Engage. And basically, HYPE Miami was designed for recent, soon-to-be grads, people that are just entering the workforce, and young professionals to basically have a stepping stone and a doorway into the chamber. And really, it's a committee of the chamber, but we're trying to build it to be almost like the young division of the chamber, almost like the minor league, let's say. And it's great. You have the opportunity to meet some of the senior and top CEOs and executives that are members of the chamber, people that you normally wouldn't be able to just sit down and meet, just on your own. So it's a great venue for that, and the other thing it helps is with professional development. We really try not just do the social and networking part of it, but our main focus is actually on education and professional development. So a lot of it is seminars, mentoring, panel discussions, all with topics that are related to young professionals. And it's everything in our daily lives that can affect us that we talk part of it, the finance part of it, your education, community service, everything that's going to help you become a complete person and a complete professional, actually. So let me see. So again, Hype isn't just about networking, but I'm going to talk about networking a lot here and give you guys a lot of tips on that so that when you do enter the workforce, you have the tools to apply wherever you go for your business development. Some of you might move on to a different city. Some of you might be in a certain industry that requires you to, do your networking and your business development somewhere that's maybe not the Chamber of Commerce. So what I'm going to talk about is something that will actually, help you apply that knowledge wherever you go. And two other points that I want to make before I keep talking about networking. And one is Leadership Miami. And Leadership Miami is it's a project that's been around now for over 20 years. And it's basically a group community service project. I'm sure you're all familiar with group projects and how difficult they can be. And, you have to work with different personalities, and it's a very good experience because you meet all walks of life and all different types of personalities. So Leadership Miami is an annual program that you apply for, and your companies usually sponsor you or you get some sort of scholarship. And prestigious people from all over Dade County have graduated from it. Mayors, commissioners, top lawyers and entrepreneurs. And as you get, a little bit into your careers, you definitely want to consider it. And a lot of people that go through Leadership Miami end up segueing to the Chamber through Hype. So it's just a natural bridge. And in Leadership Miami, you do a 10-month project as a group, and you basically pick a community service project. And, well, you come up with an original community service project. And you have to first get that project approved by the Leadership Miami board. So that's even a task in itself, is trying to get everyone on board and doing that. And the great thing is that while you're doing all of this, they go through different trainings and team building skills that kind of help you guys come together. And it's amazing. I can't talk it up enough. And then at the end, all the projects are judged, and it's you graduate, you get a free chamber membership after for a year, and you get a lot of recognition, and it's something that everyone would really want to have added to their CV or to their resume. So again, I'm going to give you some tips now on networking. As you guys are. How many of you here are sophomores, juniors, seniors? Well, let me start. Sophomore and freshman. Raise your hand. None. Okay, a couple. All right. Juniors, seniors. Okay. So a lot of you guys will be graduating in the next year to 18 months, 2 years. Okay. How many of you guys have internships right now? Okay. How many of you guys are planning on attaining an internship? Okay, good. That was, and I'm trying to roll back in my brain and remember some of the key things for me when I was graduating. I graduated in 2001, and in the spring of 2001, and I was on vacation that summer. I came back and I'm like, all right, I'm going to look for a job. It was August. I started looking for a job, and then 9/11 happened. 9/11 happened. The dot-com bust happened. It was just horrible. It took me 18 months to find a job in my field. And one of the saving graces that I had was from an internship that I did. And it ended up coming back 18 months later to help me out and to find my first job in my career. So I can't stress that enough. And just make sure you find an internship. Okay, so on to networking. And you guys are familiar with networking and why you should be doing it. In fact, you guys being here right now in this organization are networking. So